welcome back to Veggie Vero's Kids Corner. I'm your host, Veronica Green. I'm back today at the Delray Beach Children's Garden. It is a beautiful, kind of chilly day. It feels so amazing, and it's very unusual for me to say chilly day here in South Florida, right? But it feels great. The sun is shining, and I have a super beautiful story to read you today. The story is called Zonya's Rainforest. Now, this is a story all about a little girl who lives in the rainforest with her animal friends and her mommy. And it's all about protecting the rainforest, doing our part every day to do right by the planet Earth. Even if we live far, far away from the rainforest, the things that we do and the products that we purchase, they can have a big impact on the rainforest. There's a lot of trees and land that has been chopped down in the rainforest. And that is no good for the earth, for the animals, or for humans. There's still humans that live in the rainforest to this day, like Zonia. So let's hear this story. And then afterwards, we will do a beautiful rainforest craft. I'm going to show you how to make a rainforest scenery on paper using glue and leaves and soil, and you can grab some markers if you'd like. I am going to use, of course this is optional, but if you happen to have any dried tea leaves, this is moringa tea, I'm going to actually use that as the treetops in my forest scenery. You'll see what I mean when we get to the craft. It's a really fun one. So you can go ahead and gather the supplies. And let's start the story. All right, everyone, this is called Zonya's Rainforest, and it's written by Juana Martinez-Neal. All right, everyone get ready. Cozy up. Here we go. Zonya lives with those she loves in the rainforest, where it is always green and full of life. Every morning, the rainforest calls to Zonya. And every morning, Zonya answers. In Zonya's rainforest, green and full of life, she visits old friends and meets new ones too. Good morning, she says, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. She stops to talk with some chatty new neighbors. Welcome, she sings. I live next door. She says hello to her most playful friend. You are my favorite, Zonya whispers. If she's lucky, her fastest friend will invite her for a ride through the thicket. We are mighty, Zonya says, for that is what she feels in her heart. Zonya sees a colorful couple swimming by. How's the water today? She asks with a smile. She congratulates some mamas with their new babies. I can't wait for you to meet my baby brother, she says. I love him so much. Zhonya loves playing hide and seek. 5, 6, 7, 8, she counts. Some friends help Zhonya to see the world in new ways. And Zhonya knows just who to visit when she wants to be quiet and still. After visiting all of her friends, Zhonya is ready to go back home. She can't wait to see her mom and her baby brother again. On her way home, Zhonya comes across something she has not seen before. Look at all the trees cut down. She's afraid and she runs all the way back home. Mama, look, says Zonia and opens her hands. The forest needs help. It is speaking to you, says Zonia's mama. Then I will answer, says Zonia, as I always do. We must all answer. Wow, what a beautiful story. That last page gave me chills. That's true. We must all answer. And it is up to us to make conscious, educated choices about the products we buy, about the things we do that are going to protect the planet. Actually, in the back of this book, there's a lot of really interesting facts. I encourage you to go and rent this book from the library, or I'm sure it's available online as well. Sonia's Rainforest, but it talks about the Ashaninka people, which is the largest indigenous group living in the Peruvian rainforest, with a population estimated over 73,000 people. And it talks a little bit about their traditions, and one of the interesting things is that they will sometimes paint their face using red clay to complement their actions or abilities. And these markings that they make on their faces are thought to be empowering, and they're often inspired by animal attributes. And if you look on the last page of the book, if you remember, Zonia had some red markings on her face. And those were to signify strength and determination, because she was determined to fight for the rainforest, to save the rainforest, her home. So let's look back at the last page. Remember these beautiful markings on her face. Can you see? To signify strength and determination. It also talks about how many different indigenous groups and also animals live in the rainforest, and of course some of the threats to the rainforest, which include farming, mining, oil and gas extraction. So really interesting stuff. Definitely highly recommend this beautiful story by Juana Martinez-Neal. All right, guys, are you ready to make a Amazon craft? So this craft is very fun and easy. And like I said before, you'll just need some paper. I'm just going to use some construction paper and some glue, some markers, And you can grab some leaves and soil from outside. And I am also going to use some dried tea. I have some moringa tea here. That's optional. If you have it, then great. If not, that's okay. All right, so let's start by drawing some trees. Now I'm going to use my marker to draw a few trees, and then we're going to fill it in with the glue and the different things that we have gathered. So just to give you an idea, when you think of trees, especially in the rainforest, you know those trees are very tall. I'm going to draw a big, tall tree trunk. Really big and tall. Okay, like that. Let me do a few more. I'll just do two side by side. This is going to be kind of like a zoomed in glimpse of the rainforest. Now, don't color it in yet because you'll see what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to use my marker to make some of those leaves up at the top, but I'm not going to fill it in completely. I'm just going to make like the kind of outside stencil of the treetops like this. All right, stay with me now. Okay, so now you're going to do another layer of leaves because there are the trees that the top layer of the rainforest is called the emergent. Those are the tallest trees, and a lot of the parrots and birds live up there. Now the next layer below it is called the canopy. So this is trees that are not quite as tall as the tallest ones. All right, they're kind of in the middle. So we're going to draw some more leaves. Okay, I know this doesn't look like much yet, but we're gonna do something pretty cool. All right, so you see the top layer of leaves, the emergent, then you have the canopy, and then you have the ground floor, the forest floor. Okay, so now let's take our glue and let's actually put the glue all in the parts where the tree trunks are. Okay, the tree trunks, not the leaves. So, okay, so you can see I have put the glue here and here, only on the tree trunks, not on the leaves. Sorry guys, I know my lighting is a little bit funky right now. Let me see if I can shift over. Is that better? There we go. All right, so you have your glue on the tree trunk, and I'm going to actually use my finger to really spread it out, but only on the tree trunk part. All right, so I have spread it all out now, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the soil that I gathered from outside and sprinkle it on top of the glue. So I have some regular dirt, okay, from the garden. And I'll sprinkle it on. Now this is a really good outside activity if you have a backyard somewhere where you can just get a little messy. A really good outdoor activity. And now, of course, you know that whatever soil gets onto the paper and touches the glue is going to stick to the glue. So you're going to shake your paper around a little bit, move that soil around, and then once you feel like it's enough, then you just shake it off. Okay. Looking cool. All right, so now let's take our glue again, and we're gonna now take our the leaves that you gathered. Did you gather some leaves? And we're gonna glue those down, of course, where the leaves would be on the tree. So up at the top, the emergent part, and then in the middle for the canopy part. Let's glue it down. Glue, glue, glue. I know you guys like using glue, right? It's very fun. Okay, so here is kind of what I was talking about. You took the leaves, you put them in the emergent part up at the top of the rainforest, and I also used some of the moringa leaves, the dried moringa tea that I had, and then I added some leaves from outside. And then the middle portion is called the canopy, and then on the bottom is just dirt because it's the ground floor. So then another really fun thing to do is to draw with marker the animals that would live in the different parts of the rainforest. So up at the top of the trees, at the emergent part, you would maybe see parrots, right? Lots of beautiful bright colored parrots. In the canopy part, you might see some monkeys, maybe some monkeys swinging from the branches, maybe some iguanas and different types of lizards. You might see frogs up in the canopy part, sloths even. And then down at the forest floor, you would see what? Maybe some insects, maybe also frogs and lizards. Oh, you would definitely see some of the bigger animals on the forest floor, like the jaguars and even the elephants. They wouldn't be up in the trees, right? They would be on the floor. So, I don't know how good your drawing skills are, probably better than mine, but if you can draw any of those animals, you can go ahead and do that. Maybe I'll give it a try. I'm not such a good illustrator. That's why I don't illustrate my own books. But I can try. So how about I try to draw a parrot up at the top? Give it a shot. Okay, I'm a little embarrassed to show you guys because I'm, like I said, I'm not a good illustrator, but there is my parrot up in the top of the rainforest. Cuckoo, cuckoo. I wonder if I can draw a monkey. By the way, excuse my dirty fingers. They got kind of filthy when I was using glue and soil for this craft project. They were not this dirty when I started, I promise. Okay, so a monkey. Well, let's see, a round face. A round little body, two little ears, and some legs and a tail. Oh my goodness, this looks not so great. Okay, don't make fun. There's my monkey. Okay, well, I won't embarrass myself anymore. You get the picture. You can draw some lizards, you can draw some frogs, or maybe you even have some fun animal stickers that you can just stick right on. That's an idea too. And then of course you can label it if you want to be able to look back and remember all the different layers of the rainforest. You can write emergent, canopy, and forest floor. Okay. All right, guys. Well, there's our rainforest scenery. I hope you enjoyed that. I had fun, and I really, really like that story. All right, so everybody have a beautiful and safe weekend, and I will see you guys next week right here on Veggie Vero's Kids Corner. Thanks for joining.